A 9-year-old student with cerebral palsy prevented from using a wheelchair. Shatavia Hurt's daughter needs her wheelchair when going long distances, but she says a substitute teacher denied her that privilege. Our Cheyenne Cole is on your side this evening, reaching out to the Duval County school leaders for answers and also speaking with that mother who says the teacher shortage is part of the problem.
Shatavia Hurt's daughter is in the 5th grade at Sable Palm Elementary School. She lives with cerebral palsy and needs a wheelchair to go back and forth from class to class. But Hurt says last week a substitute teacher forced her daughter to walk in the heat to a class and for a fire drill. Hurt says her daughter Mia came home exhausted last Wednesday and was unable to go to school the next day.
My daughter was made to walk that day to the other side of that campus, there and back, and participate in the fire drill in the heat without a wheelchair.
Because of the teacher shortage, some substitutes stay with the class for an entire year, Hurt says. But school officials told her these short-term employees aren't permitted to access a student's individualized education plan or IEP and can't discuss it with a child's parents.
Any teacher that will be teaching a child with IEP should have access to that information for medical, behavioral, and educational purposes. It's actually their right. They need to read over that to know how to attend to that child individually.
First Coast News reached out to 3 district spokespeople via email Monday morning and again in the afternoon to ask for more details about the policy. They did not respond. Hurt says she previously called the substitute to discuss the accommodations spelled out in her daughter's IEP, but she says office staff wouldn't allow it. She called again after last week's incident and says an employee said her daughter should have communicated her needs to the sub.
Other parents, I'm aware, are going through this as well, and they definitely need to rectify this, because just because they're having a teacher shortage doesn't mean you need to compromise the health of my daughter or any other student.
First Coast News reached out to the district to ask what policy would keep a substitute teacher from looking at a student's IEP. We have not heard anything back yet. In Jacksonville, Cheyenne Cole, First Coast News, on your side.